Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 10th of January, 10 to 5, heading home. I've just been to the Meandering Bear, which is a new bar. Well, it was opened last August, I think. It opened a while ago. I dropped a sample off them, but didn't really know what coffee they'd, well, coffee machine or how they were going to do the coffee. So, and I think they'd been a bit busy as well. I got back in touch at New Year, and he said they're doing cafetiere coffee. So I brought some more samples down. Now I know what I'm aiming at, of coffees suitable for cafetiere, and I got 3 sort of nice ones that I know got a bit of a story behind them as well, so quite a nice one. So you're not just serving plain old coffee, you've got a nice story behind it, because we've got a couple of direct trade ones we've done from El Salvador, the San Antonio state, run by 3 sisters. And then a Colombian Huascachuray from Philippe over in Colombia. So that was good. And then an Ethiopian Yirgacheffe, because I sell so much Yirgacheffe. Everyone loves the Yirgacheffe. So I think a train might have arrived. I don't know. This seems to be like half a zillion people appeared out of nowhere. So yeah, just dropped some samples off and had a quick chat and left in some pricing. So seemed happy enough. They're going to try that on Monday morning, where they've got a meeting. So quite pleased about that. And now we'll get off and drop some parcels off. Do Mr. Nelles's words of wisdom, which he's had to email me today, because apparently Mr. Nellis has lost his password for Twitter. Oh, just make a new Twitter, Mr. Nellis. The more Twitterers, the merrier. Of course, you'll need to have a new email account to link to your Twitter account, so that's a bit of a problem. Well, there's lots of bends on this bit of road here. Twisty and turny, like a twisty turny thing.
K-band radar check speed.
Ooh, and then you go up there. So yeah, what's this? Well, what happened last weekend? Last weekend, I don't know. Not a great deal happened, to be honest. I don't think. I'll do a post Friday night on Steam. I can't remember. I'll lose track nowadays and things. All very confusing. Oh, I might have done the one about curation rewards. Maybe that was then. I can't remember now. I did one at some point about curation rewards. Saturday, I think was the vlog post day. Sunday, Sublime Sunday post. Kind of pulled one out of the bag again, because I've not really done nothing exciting on Sunday. Went over to my dad's and took down his tree. That was about as exciting as life gets. So yeah, that was about it. Monday back to work. It's been pretty busy again this week. It's supposed to be January and quiet, but we just seem to have loads of work coming in and inquiries, and Tuesday had the volcano crazy golf at XScape at Castleford. So XScape is a big like leisure complex, and it's also got the snow dome in there. And yeah, the indoor mini golf thing that's in there are wanting to start doing coffees, hot drinks. So they wanted someone to go and see them and quote for an espresso machine. So I went there yesterday, did that bit of work, and then this morning had to come up with a pricing and work everything out for them, which I've done. So see how we get on with that. Then generally, just like I say, lots of products gone out. Some stuff came back from the Christmas market, but not as much as they sometimes do. So they always overstock towards the end because they never know what the last week's going to be like. And they don't want to at the last minute be like, oh, can you drop me some more of this off because I'm going to run out. So they get extra and then bring it back, and I do them a credit off it if they haven't used it, because I'll still sell it in the next few months anyway. So did that, and yeah, not a lot truly exciting has been happening. It stopped here. What do you see now? Someone walking here. There's a bit of a problem because wow, it's not very often that someone stops to check when they're there. Of course, then if you stop dead in that road, everyone just runs you into the back end, do you like? Right, shall we do Mr. Nellis's email? I think we should do Mr. Nellis's email. We'll take the opportunity before I drop my parcels in. Let's find you, Mr. Nellis. Where are you hiding with your email? Mr. Nellis. Mr. Nellis says, things to say on your vlog. Ivor, the engine returning. I never knew he left. Where did he go? The New Year's Day concert. Was the one? Okay, I didn't see it. The death of Neil Innes. God, I should know which one. There's been a few people actually who've passed away. It's quite sad. Graham Gibbons. He had an accident moving his piano since the 12th of December, and hopefully he will be better on the 7th of February. I hope he's better on the 7th of February too, although I don't know why that date is significant. The Australia fire. Yes, Australia is on fire, all of it. Will it ever get put out? That's the question. Me, as I've been to the National Coal Mining Museum to go down the pit, and I have also been to the next level with my mum on Monday. The Royal Armouries to see a sword and buckler fighting show on Tuesday afternoon there, and Temple Museum on Friday, as both the Royal Armouries and Temple Museum were Pennine Magpie trips. You don't have to get about, Richard. You get around more than I do anyway. Me, as I've been sang Every Breath You Take by the Police on the Feathers pub on Tuesday evening. That's very good. Me, as I've watched Batman starring Michael Keaton and The Borrower starring John Goodman, both good films. Me, as I've seen the new Jumanji film with Alice Copley on Wednesday evening. Well, we saw it before you, me and my boy and his mate. And I bet he didn't have his mate going shouting all sorts of things out at the what's it. Have you been to the Cliff Tea Rooms? Oh, well, it was a couple of weeks before Christmas I went, if you recall, before I went to Brighouse with the machine for Ventures Bar in Brighouse. So, it's a while since, and I think they bought plenty of stock, so they'll have enough now for a few more weeks. Right, I shall go in and get rid of said parcels, and then I'll be back to go home. Yay. Okay, we've dropped parcels off. So now it just remains to extract ourselves from the petrol station and head home. Yay! So I've watched some movies this week actually. Watched the new Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, it's not bad, you know, it's pretty standard Star Wars-ish fare. Not really sure where they're going to go from here though with the whole Star Wars franchise. Can they bring any more movies out of it? Because they kind of really tied up a lot of stuff with that last one. Don't want to say too much, otherwise I'll spoil it. But yeah, there's not a lot left to go at now, so I don't really know what's going to happen. But yeah, it was pretty good. You're kind of amazed that Carrie Ann Fisher. They managed to still put her in it, even though she died way before the film even started, using some previous footage that they've got spare. Kind of handy in a way. So yeah, that was quite good, and yeah, it was a pretty good film, to be honest. Quite entertaining. I watched something, an alien one, I can't remember what it was called now. That was pretty mostly dreadful. I know it was alright. I mean, it wasn't dreadful, it was alright. Yeah, it was just kind of a bit odd. But it was space alien here anyway. It filled in a few hours of just relaxing. Then I watched the Terminator movie, Dark Rises, is it, or something like that, the new Terminator one. And here's another one. It's kind of like, how many more can you keep doing on the same theory, really?
Risk zone.
But then again,
Speed
you
limit,
know,
30
robots
miles per hour.
trying to kill people and lots of big guns and explosions and things. And Arnold Schwarzenegger looking older and older every time you see him, unsurprisingly. Yeah, it's pretty solid, entertaining viewing, isn't it? That sort of thing. So watch that as well. That's I think that's about all I've seen. Yeah, I've got a few more racked up for watching. Mr. Currell.
Warning, risk zone, speed limit, 30 miles per hour.
So let's be live viewing. Oh yeah, snoozy time again. So Steam blockchain. I've not been that busy with posting this week actually. I've missed a couple of nights posts, just because I've not been active enough to do a decent ActiveFit one. It might have been today, I don't know. I kind of fancy doing some, but I've done quite a few really big long ones of late, and I've kind of exhausted my muse for writing. And if I've not done enough exercise during the day to actually do an ActiveFit, then I don't really want to do one of those. So if I've got nothing writing wise to do, it just kind of like, I don't know, I just won't do one.
Warning, K-band, radar, check speed.
Okay. So, yeah, I've not really done a huge amount, so I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've done a huge amount of steps today. I've been back and forth a lot, but the office staff was off, so I was kind of like trying to answer emails, answer the phone, do invoices, do parcel labels, do this quote for XScape, sort out some other things, you know, email wise, and then people wanting to order stuff and wanting quotes for stuff, and so that ties you up a lot. And then had a big order in from a new customer I've got. It's taking loads of Swiss water decaf and wanted another 6 kilos of it. So I had to do a couple of roasts of that to get that done and out, because they always want the stuff like yesterday as well when they order. And then I was roasting the samples for this meandering bear to drop off, because I wanted to give them the freshest possible, so it was super awesome. So yeah, it all kind of mixed and mashed and all things happening at once. So, but week's over now anyway. Weekend approaches. I think I might just have a relaxing one. At some point I think I need to take the boy to the boy to the cinema. He's been going on about saying that something Spies Among Us or something like this, or Spies something. It's some cartoon Spies thing anyway. Been supposed to be doing that since Christmas, but it got a bit awkward with his mum not being around. And I'm not really sure his brother would handle sitting in the cinema. Not for a period of time anyway, so don't know. So yeah, that's about that. Anything else happened? Oh, I managed to finally update my MacBook Pro to the latest Catalina, because it kept telling me it couldn't do the update. And goodness, I tried every single thing. I tried downloading the combo update, I tried through software update, tried every other variation. I set up a new user account with admin settings to see if that was what was causing it, but it just never updated to. So eventually, after pouring through, because I've never found anyone with this sort of issue, not one person, not at all. It was like, how on earth can nobody be having this issue but I've had it? I was just like, So, but I was looking through different things, and someone had said that it got stuck. Not necessarily on this update, but I think just upgrading to Catalina. And then it wouldn't boot. And then Apple support to go to system recovery and let it download the latest installation software and update through that, and it'll just fix the system, but it won't affect any of your personal data on there. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try that. Why not? It's going to be worth it, isn't it? So went into recovery console and set it to install Catalina again. Now I kind of wondered if it would just install the original, you know, first version and not the update, because I think it's update 2 I was needing, but I was still on the original one. So I thought I'll give it a try anyway, see if it works. So I left it away, downloaded, installed everything, rebooted, and lo and behold, it installed it to the latest software update, so version 2 software update. So that did actually solve my problem. It's kind of a bit awkward that you've got to go in recovery console and effectively run a reinstall just to install an update, but hopefully it maybe also got rid of whatever was causing the bug. There'll be some tiny setting somewhere lurking away, that's causing it to fail the software update, but I can't for the life of me think where it would be, and it's not worth doing a complete clean install just to sort of solve that bit, if I can get round it one way or the other. Because everything else works fine. I mean, it was working fine anyway. I didn't really need the software update. It was just completely bugging the devil out of me that it kept saying, well, it was there, the little red dot on settings saying, you know, you've got something you haven't done yet, and then the software update, I'm continually doing it, and it reboot, and it still say it needed the software update, and I'd be like, wow. So yeah, I'm happier now. I've got it done, even though it's probably not made a scrap of difference to anything as far as working, but such is life. Goodness, a bit close on that side. Go this way a bit. Right, so that's me done. Have a good weekend. Next week, and I'll catch you next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see ya.